I wonder who you think you are. Do you damn well think you're God or something? God give life, God taketh it away, not you. I think you are the devil itself.
After another 9 weeks came Ripper victim number 5. This time it was 16-year-old shop assistant Jane MacDonald, mistaken for a prostitute when she took a shortcut home from a disco through the red light area of Leeds.
Well, hello everybody. We are on Hare Hills Road, and it was here where Jayne MacDonald was walking on the 26th of June 1977, and this is where the Peter Sutcliffe murders become global news, the Yorkshire Ripper. Jayne MacDonald was just some quote-unquote innocent 16-year-old girl. Bad wording by press and police. Police would even say she was innocent. She was walking up here. This is Hare Hills Road. This here. And now this was a very notorious pub up here, and I'll put up some old Google map images of a row of shops that used to be here. You can even see the name of the pub actually escapes me right now. It's a hotel pub, and the row of shops was here, and the hotel was behind it, and it was a notorious hotel, and it closed down. It's still in. When it was still running, it was still having murders and shootings and stuff. But this was Jayne MacDonald's walk home. She walked up here. Don't know if the bus stop was there. And she took a left up here. Now at the pub, in the car park of the pub, across the road, this is Reginald Street. Excuse me if you can't hear me for the wind. So the pub would have been about here, and the car park would have been around here. And Peter Sutcliffe was in the car park. And as Jayne MacDonald continued to walk up here, she was attacked and left for dead. Jayne MacDonald was just 16 years old, and she'd been out drinking. She'd been out partying at a Bavarian themed bar in the Merrion Centre of Leeds. You see on the news reports, you can see this road.
When the attack had happened, she'd probably been here, out on the pavement. If so, she'd been killed in full view of the street. For the first time, George Oldfield personally took over the Ripper investigation, and he was determined to track down everybody who'd been in Reginald Street that night. He threw all available men into the inquiry.
You can see the row of shops, they are still here. A lot of this has changed. You see the aerial view that I'll put up of TV coverage. And I couldn't map anything. This was before I got Richard G. Cobb's book giving locations. I spent 3 hours looking at where this must have taken place, because all these houses are new, and back in 1977 they were all kind of really grand Victorian houses, and they've all been since replaced. But Scott Hall Avenue, which is where Jane was trying to get to, is about a further 10-minute walk up in that direction. But she was attacked in this area, and this was all wasteland. The pub used to be here, and then there was a synagogue as well. And the only thing that I could match up from the time was these windows up here. And you can still see the windows on the old pictures from the 1970s.
Here in Chapeltown, Leeds and in Bradford, the Yorkshire Ripper has already slaughtered 5 women and left 1 for dead. Now, of course, there are strong similarities between both Rippers. All their victims have been prostitutes, or women whom the killer has wrongly believed to be prostitutes. So far as we know, none of the victims has been sexually assaulted. But in each case, the body after death has been brutally mutilated. All murders have taken place late at night, in the low area of town. So far as we know, again, the position is that the murderer has acted in a public place, in a street, a backyard, an alleyway, an adventure playground like this. In all cases, the murderer has done his job swiftly, silently, and skillfully, without anyone hearing a scream or even a cry. It is a frighteningly efficient killer that is at large. But there are 3 strong points of difference between the 2 killers. First, the time they've been operating. Now, the Yorkshire killer has taken 21 months to get through, if I might put it that way, his 6 victims. Jack the Ripper was much quicker. He accounted for all his 6 known victims in no less than 3 months, in the summer and early autumn of 1888. Secondly, method. Again, a total difference. The Yorkshire Ripper, so far as we know, attacks his victims at the back of the head and then performs certain crude injuries upon the rest of the body. Jack the Ripper was totally different in method. He was literally a ripper. He would slit the victims' throats, kill them that way, and then with almost a surgeon's skill, rip open the body and take out parts of their innards from them. Thirdly, Jack the Ripper again was different in this respect. Here, the last 4 times, the Yorkshire Ripper...
To now, and Jayne MacDonald, hopefully, as I'm recording this, is all a bit scatter. Hopefully I'm putting in pictures and stuff, and the old TV reports. This area probably doesn't want to bring attention to what once happened. But Jayne MacDonald found basically where this picnic table now sits. I know. Probably don't want to put a memorial up or anything, and I'm sure this isn't to symbolise it, but yeah, about here. This is where the pictures are. Wow, it's kind of the weather to do this series of videos now, isn't it? But a image I saw when I was a kid was taken here, quite infamous in TV shows. Scott Hall says, "Hang the Ripper." That picture was taken here, at the top of Scott Hall Road. That's Scott Hall Road. It's this building. I've left my phone in the car, so I can't really line up whereabouts the picture was. It might have been this side. but it was this building that quite famous, infamous picture was taken when I was a kid. I was so young when I knew about this case, and I was like a teenager. I was like, what does the NWO have again? What was? I'm so confused. What did they have to do with it? Scott Hall was a famous wrestler, and generally, when I first saw this picture, I was like so confused. Thought it was a mock-up, probably still used for drugs and all the good stuff. But yeah, this is this building that was used in the reconstruction, and famously Scott Hall says hang the Ripper. You'll also notice the very horrendous graffiti of mocking the Munich air disaster, which I found quite like bizarre. But anyway, next location, I'll get there now. Jayne MacDonald funeral. Ever the perfectionist. Hashtag lol. What is this? This is the weirdest picnic area ever. It might have been this side, it's probably this side. Where the picture was taken. Scott Hall says hang the Ripper. If you want to come for a picnic in Leeds, I recommend that spot right there. Overlooking the main road, overgrown grass, dilapidated building, real paraphernalia everywhere. Welcome to Leeds. I'm only joking, it's quite a nice city. Anyway, next spot. Hello everybody. So you would have seen the location, or I'll be sending you off to the location, it might be a better way. I had a really bad migraine the day I did the location. I haven't got the days to not film, so I had to do it. It isn't my best. Jayne MacDonald was just 16 years old. It shook fear into Yorkshire and made the public angry. The police had made out it had just been prostitutes, like that makes a difference, but that's the way it was portrayed. And yeah, keep getting a little bit distracted, but Jane was Sutcliffe's fifth victim. Just a kid, 16 years old. With a lot of these stories, I'm telling you, like that their mothers and they've got this going on and that going on. Left the door open. Look how. Jane was so young. I mean, she was working like most teenagers do to get some money, and she was tragically taken. And here she is, in loving memory of Jayne M. McDonald, died 26th of June 1977, age 16. Also, her beloved father Wilfred died 10th of October 1979, age 60 years. Wilfred died 2 years after Jane. Wilfred would die just 2 years after Jane. It's said that he never got over the grief of losing his daughter. So when people say 13 victims of Peter Sutcliffe, and they're not even counting the people he most likely murdered, there is countless, arguably hundreds of victims. That's Jayne MacDonald, just 16 years old and taken by Peter Sutcliffe. I'll see you tomorrow on the next Sorry, this is Hare Hill Cemetery in Leeds. This is near Chapeltown. This is where she was from. Yeah, quite a fitting sky today. But I'll see you tomorrow.